stage. And what was it? I had like 14 beers last year, Jason, plus the mead that we made.
Something like that, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
But we do.
And it was all donated by local musician or local breweries from the Chicago area.
I do feel bad because we have a professional brewer in the house here, and we're having troubles with our broadcast here. Sean, sorry about that.
From where?
No worries. We're offline then, huh?
Well, I'm working on
Welcome, Sean.
working on getting us back.
Hey, you gonna roll some cigarettes today?
That's the funny part of it.
Dude,
I thought we were just all on Zoom.
I was howling, showing my wife. I was like, Paulie's rolling a joint right up right now. You're not talking to the wall right now.
I just love how completely unaddressed it was. Paulie, he's up to joint number 5, and everybody's just kind of like looking at him like, okay, that's Paulie. Okay, continue the conversation.
Yeah, if that was literally 5 joints, I would be talking to the wall or probably sleeping.
I would think anybody would.
Well, I imagine your tolerance is better than mine, but I was like, man, after the second one, I'd be talking to the wall.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I do smoke, but nowhere near like I did 15 years ago. So, like, I can make a pipe last a day unless I'm out and about. That's a different story. So, well, but I guess doing this stuff is kind of like being out and about. We're all social distancing ourselves. So
what's
at least I can just.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so fellas, we are live.
So at least I can.
Again?
Yes. Again. Hopefully for real. Hopefully completely this time. Stream quality is good. And so
live now.
Yeah. And I will pop in the link here.
Anniversary. So we'll see if it actually happens.
That's shitty anniversary. Sorry.
Yeah.
Was that the beginning of April, though, right, Sean?
No, it's actually 420.
Hey, on 420.
Oh, is it really?
All right.
Yeah, we opened on 420.
All right, I'm at madhatch.com right now.
Yeah.
Hey, George.
See a
yes.
Couple beers we have.
Yeah, my videos keep swapping. Right now, Jason's on top.
I know. Yeah.
And George is on bottom, and Paul's right above George, and Sam, you're right in the middle. Or Sean, excuse me, you're right in the middle.
Okay.
Keep swapping on me.
Sorry about that.
The same thing for me on my phone.
The internet is apparently working against me tonight, so that is my bad. But
Where
still
in
going?
Virginia are you at?
I'm outside of Fredericksburg.
Oh, okay. I did 8 years in the Navy, so I spent a lot of time in Norfolk.
Okay, sure.
Virginia Beach area.
Yeah. So anyway,
hey, thank you for your service.
I was 5 miles off the coast from any real danger playing Madden.
Still,
no
man.
worries.
I was in Lackawanna, New York, playing Madden. So that.
I thought, isn't that the stereotypical Air Force thing? No. So, rundown one more time for everybody that's in here. It is in the previous recording, but we have Jason, we have George from A Nice Place to Brew, Paul from the Joliet Brewers Guild, Scott from WNY Brews, another podcast about home brewing and things with the Western New York area, and Sean from Mad Hatchet Brewing here to talk about, and just have some fun, talk about beer and home brewing and some of the professional side of what's going on. And hopefully have some fun.
Welcome, Scott. Welcome, Sean. Welcome, Paulie.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me back.
Absolutely. Cheers. So we went down previously before what we're drinking. Scott's drinking his home brew because that's why we make it. Jason, you have Mirror Ball, right?
That's right.
From Hot Butcher for the World.
From Hot Butcher. I've got Dark Journey from Big Ugly Brewing. And Paul, what did you say you had?
Brickstone APA for now, and then I'm gonna move on to Hazy Hero later.
Okay. And then
From
Sean,
Revolution.
I assume you're
I'm drinking a Hailstorm Stratus from Tinley Park, Illinois.
okay. All right. I was gonna say I assume you've got something with a hatchet on it, but maybe not. I guess not.
That would have been better self-promoting, I guess. I drink those beers enough.
That's fair. That's fair. I understand that. Yeah. All right. So, yeah. Sean, thank you for joining us.
Looking for.
What's up, Jason?
Oh no, no worries.
Okay. I'm curious. With everything that's going
I
on,
think I've got the right YouTube link up.
we're
I'm
seeing.
gonna try to. I'm gonna try to.
Go ahead, Jason.
Comment comes in, but I'm
Okay.
not totally sure that I have the live window in front of me.
Okay. Well, I know that I do, so no worries there.
Oh, never mind. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry, guys.
People doing curbside pickup, and selling gift cards and doing all kinds of things. You guys are a relatively new brewery, so I imagine you're doing a few things yourselves. Do you have any thoughts on what you would suggest for yourself and other breweries out there at the moment?
Well, I mean, yeah, right now we're doing curbside pickup. You can order online. We'll bring it out to the curb. We're doing, you can just walk in and order there. We just can't serve you anything in a glass.
Okay.
We're actually still brewing. We kind of changed our brew schedule up. We're brewing a sour this week and a stout early next week. Probably tentative. Everything's tentatively when we're actually going to brew it. We're on tank space, but stuff that's going to hold up. Obviously not throwing a hazy IPA in right now, or not anything with big hops in it, just so that it's going to hold up through however long this lasts. But for the most part, people have been awesome. The couple nights I've been in there while we've been open for, we're only open for like 3 to 7 or 3 to 8 or no, 3 to 7, 3 to 7 every night for we just do crowlers. We don't have anything canned or anything.
Okay.
And the public's been pretty awesome about it, and all our regulars have been there. And I mean, we're not doing as good as when we're open for sure, but
But curbside business is okay.
What's that, Paul?
Are they letting you guys do growler fills? I know you don't have growlers, but
No, that was
or is that something against that too?
no. Well, number one, we made a decision, Mike and I, before we opened, that we weren't going to do anything growlers, just because crowlers are a million times better. 99% of people who use growlers are super cool and come in with a nice clean growler, and they put it in their car, they drive home, and they put it in their fridge. And then you have those people who let it bake in the back of their car for a week, and then I see an Untapped rating about how skunky our beer is,
Right.
or something like that. So that was just something we chose. Why do it?
I respect that.
Yeah, I do too.
Why do it when crowlers are just so much better? It's the same quality as, as long as you have someone who's trained well doing it, which our staff is completely. It's the same quality as buying this off the shelf. It's
Right.
can.
See, my thing with doing growlers in the past has always been, you can reseal a growler and it'll hold for a little bit longer. But once you pop open a growler, you're kind of committed to drinking that. But from your perspective,
2 ounces,
yeah, from your perspective, I totally get where you're coming from. That it can, if someone mistreats the beer, it can definitely lead to blowback on you guys. So I understand that.
Yeah, we're going to do everything we can to make sure the quality is as like we're pouring out of the tap when you take it home.
Absolutely.
So.
Okay.
Question, and this is, I feel a little foolish asking this, but is the filling process any different from filling a crowler versus a growler?
I mean, besides you have to seal it with the machine. No, it's pretty much the same.
Okay, that's what I thought.
All the good breweries will purge it with CO2 before they fill a growler, and then
Sure.
run it in there, and then you smack the cap on, not letting it oxygen, especially with those IPAs and stuff. You don't want them to get oxygenated, and then fill it up. So, yeah,
Right.
pretty basic stuff.
Okay. But curbside business has been decent for you guys.
From the times I've been in there, yeah, I've been trying to stay away. Mike and I are the brewers there, and we both still work our full-time jobs.
Okay. Okay.
So my full-time job right now is going to hospitals and fixing medical imaging equipment. So
that's an important job, right?
I'm trying to stay distant from there right now, because I went into one room the other day and they were like, "Oh, this is our COVID testing room and your scanner's in it." And I was like, "Well, wheel that thing out here." so yeah. But so I've been trying to stay away from there during our shutdown, just in case. The whole thing is, I don't want to get going on COVID too much, because let's have fun and talk about beer. But the whole thing is you don't know you have it until it's, like every day I'm like, can I smell? I guess that's a new thing, is they say if you lose your sense of smell before anything. So
I had not heard that before, but that's good to know.
And apparently
Actually,
blood type is better than A blood type.
When it comes to this, that's strange.
Yeah, well, it's not confirmed yet, but that's their suspicion based on what happened in China. So I read a lot about it just because I'm getting exposed to it. Just by going in.
I blanked out for a second there. What about blood type?
Apparently, the most susceptible blood type to the virus is, and this is not confirmed. I'm not a scientist.
No, still.
But preliminary reports from China is showing that they had a lot higher infection rating and more serious cases with A blood type, where O blood type was the lowest.
All right,
I think.
I'm an O, so I'm all right.
Yeah, I'm an O positive too. Don't quote me on it, but that it gave me a little bit of hope. Don't take your medical advice from this podcast.
Exactly. We offer no legal or medical advice on this podcast. We have one guy
who podcast is not the right arena to get your COVID-19 information. Are you saying?
That's what I'm saying.
For sure.
We have one guy last time who was smoking tobacco, and so we're just
tobacco. That's right.
We are not a source of legal or medical information. So okay.
But if you guys want to start that podcast, I'll join you and throw bullshit information out there all day.
We would not be alone in doing that. But anyway,
giving false facts the whole show.
Oh yeah,
might as well clickbait.
Yeah. Oh man. So on something different, I've been actually extremely busy between this and work, trying to help out with different people with the Masons and things like that. But in my downtime and when I'm trying to disconnect from all the craziness going on, I've kind of fallen down one of those YouTube rabbit holes of history videos, and I found two channels that I thought are really interesting. I just kind of throw out as a recommendation. One is Oversimplified History, where they do cartoon animations and oversimplify various historical events with a comedic twist to it, and it's really entertaining. And the other one is Mr. Terry's History. It's a history teacher that watches and reacts to things like Oversimplified and stuff like that, and fills in details and corrections and whatnot from a history teacher's perspective. And he talks about how he teaches his class and stuff like that. And it's really interesting. And it really kind of came to my attention because randomly one of his patrons sent him and said he should do a history teacher reacts video to the epic rap battles of history and the different things. So here's this, boomer dude sitting down watching epic rap battles of history and commenting on it. And you know how it says at the end, who won and who's next? He's like, all right, down in my comment section, say who won. And the teacher in him came out and he's like, oh, by the way, justify your answer. So it's like this ridiculous internet video, and he's assigning homework. And so definitely found that interesting and entertaining. So
I don't want to get us too off topic here, but I started watching that Tiger King at like 6 o'clock yesterday and stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning. I had to finish it.
My wife is watching that. That's crazy.
What is Tiger King?
Oh my God, dude. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life, and I can't stop watching it. It's over now. I finished it, but it's about this, all these people own these big cats, and have these zoos or whatever.
Sean,
just watch it.
You're burying the lead. Like this one dude, he's got like how many cats? He's got like over 100 cats. And oh, by the way, he's got
227 at one time. I heard.
There you go.
Oh my.
Oh, by the way, he's got a religious cult. He's a polygamist. It gets crazy.
Oh, you're talking about the other guy.
Yeah, no,
I was talking about.
Yeah,
I was talking about mullet dude with the mustache.
Yeah, no, the other guy. It just gets crazier and crazier and crazier. And
I'm in. I'm absolutely in.
He's just so terrifying that human exists that I can't stop watching. I don't know. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah.
Watch it
man.
for sure.
Yeah,
I'm in.
Yeah.
That and McMillions on HBO had me going for a while, where they talk about how the Monopoly game was essentially fixed through its entire course at McDonald's through the 90s and the early 2000s.
I heard about that. Yeah, it was rigged.
I mean, even though I'm still working full time with the brewery being closed, normally my nights are spent there a lot of the time, like 4 or 5 nights a week I'm there, and I've been getting in some, binge watching. So those are my 2 recommendations, I guess. Nothing beer related. We should probably talk about beer again, right?
Yeah, let's get back on beer.
Well, this
never start talking about Cobra Kai.
This is about beer, and it's just about us blowing off steam too. So that's perfectly fine, Sean. No worries there. So
we can go down all the rabbit holes we want.
Absolutely. So
did Jason tell you my big upset with your macro brew BJCP episode?
No, go ahead.
No hams, no PBR.
Okay.
Really?
So did Jason tell you why we didn't have PBR?
I think he told me you guys basically went to a gas station and what they had, you had.
Yes,
that's right.
We talked about PBR, but Jason said, I don't want a case of PBR in my house after the fact. So that's why we didn't have PBR.
Well, you could have dropped that case off with me, Jason. I would have taken care of that guy real quick.
Sean, your beer is way better than any PBR.
Oh yeah, but I'm not going to argue with you there. But I think it was Beer Advocate. Again, don't quote me on any of this. It was like 5 or 6 years ago. Ran an article where they blind taste tested all these brewers with macro brew beers, and Hams won by a landslide. They had to pick their best blind taste test.
I love Hams.
I don't know if I've ever had
It's
Hams.
a good beer. It's a cream ale, so it's it's not your typical light lager or anything like that. So naturally, it's going to have more flavor. But I live in a rural town, so we got a Casey's up the road, and for $4 I can get 4 tall boys of it. So you can't beat that.
Jason, you gotta you could do a side by side of Hams and your cream ale you're doing right now.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that on a future webcast.
Hey, why did you go with such a low mash temperature on that? I saw that you posted that you did. What did you do? 148?
Yeah. I was aiming for a light body, and 148 was kind of the bottom of the scale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's
was
fermented.
Interesting to me. I was worried, when you posted it, I was like, oh, I think he's going to dry it out a little bit, but.
All right. Do you want to address the elephant rolling in the room here. 'Cause I saw Paul rolling up another one there.
Yeah, these stupid Lagunitas papers don't stick. I might have to go to the liquor store and buy some real ones.
Paulie, can you do a close up on the elements going into the paper?
Sure.
We need absolute proof.
All right, there you go. Well, come on. You saw the last podcast. I'm ripping the bag open, and boy, the end, I got it right in front of the face.
I didn't see any bag.
I didn't. See.
Oh, right after I barged in,
Yeah.
I was like, and all of a sudden I just rip open. I'm like watching myself rip open the tobacco here. This is actual tobacco.
There you go. Okay. All right.
In my head, I just envisioned you having a bowl of pre-ground weed sitting in the middle of your table, and I was like,
All right,
dude,
let me
this
see if
dude
I
is
can make this happen.
damn champion.
I'm not entirely convinced that bag hasn't been refilled with another substance, but that's just me.
Come on,
God,
Paulie.
no, that's in a different
Close
bag.
up.
That's a clear bag.
That's a clear bag? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me see it. Can I get it? You see how brown that is? I am definitely not smoking weed that's that brown.
Okay.
So, see that?
I mean,
There you go.
it's tough times
That's a
right
brown
now.
Mexican ditch weed. I ain't doing that. Working at Brewing Girl, I get spoiled with all our medical patients and everything. So, leave it at that.
Yeah.
And being around forever.
Here's
But,
pouring real heady. Took me a while to get that in there.
All right. So it looks like we might have lost Scott for a minute. So
Well, his camera's still there, but he has traveled elsewhere. It looks
yeah,
like.
It might be time to put the kids down. So he might be doing
Yeah.
that. But yeah.
hey guys, I got a quick question. Did you guys, when you guys went back live, do you guys you guys have a different link? Because I got a
Yes.
friend that was watching this down